everyone, so this is the seat cushion fabric replacement. First step involves removing the seat cushion from the chair frame. This involves pushing the screwdriver inside and pulling the chair out. First, you have to extend the seat as far out as possible. Insert the screwdriver and make sure that it activates the button. Make sure you insert the flat screwdriver correctly. And then pull the lever up for the seat depth and you can slide the seat right over. Alright, so the next step involves removing the plastic frame from the seat cushion. So this involves using a regular screwdriver and just unscrewing all the screws from the bottom frame. After you're finished with the last few screws, you take off this frame and you can see there's the metal frame at the bottom that you'll have to take out. You'll have to unscrew the black portion and also just take it off. Afterwards, start using pliers and remove all the staples around the outskirts of the seat cushion. As you approach the end of after finishing taking out all the staples, as you can see my both staples, then you can pull away the plastic frame from the chair. So what you do, as you can see, I'm just pulling it off. Yep. Now be careful of the seat depth clamp that it does fall off. You can hear the clank on the sound that it falls off from me. I'll show you how to install it back on later, so you don't have to worry about that. Now in this section you can see what I did is I wrapped my cushion after I took the fabric off in a garbage bag and I use my portable steamer. You can use whatever steamer you have on hand. And basically, I would steam the 6 sections, right? Bottom left, bottom right, bottom middle, top right, top middle, top left, right? And my steamer lasts for about 10 to 15 minutes. So I think every single section I would steam for 12 minutes. And I would steam from the back of it because if you steam from the front, you can actually affect the construction or the physical shape of the cushion that you sit on. So I would just suggest you steam on the bottom. And this will take about 1 to 2 hours for steaming. Do understand that because I'm suggesting steaming for that long, this would take about 3 to 5 hours for drying if you're using a fan, and double that if you're just using air dry. Alright, so in this section you can see that I took off the metal sections and therefore all I have left is the plastic portion. Now what I have here is 1/4 inch upholstery foam because what happens is since my Steelcases were 2007, so it's been almost 14 years now, I need to increase the depth of the cushion. The problem is I don't want to increase the depth of the cushion where my body makes contact because I don't want to buy an expensive cushion for that. So I'm gonna add it to the bottom of the chair. So I just cut this from a much larger section. The cost is relatively simple. I'll link all the products below. But what you would have is that this would allow me to increase the depth of the cushion, but the main cushion that I sit on should still feel the same, so I don't have any time that I need for adjusting. So over here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish some finishing touches on this foam because once you steam it, some of the foam does come off the detailed foam. So what you want to do is you want to spray the adhesive on the bottom cushion. So the bottom foam that I bought, the 1/4 inch upholstery foam that I bought, spray the plastic and then spray the foam, and that will allow it to stick. And then you would spray this foam and also the plastic foam, and then put this foam on top of the plastic. Put the cushion foam on top of the upholstery foam, and then you're complete with Alright, so you do the same thing as the previous video involving the back cushion. You lay your fabric over the chair and then you cut the correct amount. Now this has already been cut because it seems I lost the footage of how to cut it, but it should be fairly simple. You give a lot of leeway. I probably cut too much still that you will see in the coming sections. But what you would do is you would just spray the foam again, right? Crisscross, spray the corners a bit, and then what you would do is you would press it afterwards, alright? Spray the cushion a bit, yep, and then, yep. As you finish with the adhesive, now is the stapling process. Again, what you would do is you would staple 4 sides and then slowly staple the corners around. This will take some time. Again, this part will be sped up because otherwise this video would be over an hour long. As you can see, I'm pretty much done with the seat cushion now, and now I will be flipping it over, and then I will be installing the other bottom parts of the section. So you can see that as I flip it over, I have to install this. Now make sure you take the seat depth, right? Make sure you install it correctly. As you can see, this installation is a bit more tricky than normal. Okay, so it seems I don't have really a good video on the exact location for the seat depth. But what you do is the triangle piece I have on my right hand, you push it into the square section that's open, and that's how you would install this. So now you'll notice that one section of the metal sheet that I'm holding has a scuff mark usually, and that's where you would put it. So you put the seat depth in the square section correctly, and then you attach this one here. Now I'm just feeling over here just to make sure it's correct, but that should be it for this section. So now you install the black triangular plastic sheet with two large screws, because there's only two types of screws, two large screws, and then all the rest is for the chair itself. Afterwards, you finish with screwing the plastic cover. You put on the final large plastic cover. I was just checking the camera here. So what you would do is you would make sure that you align it correctly. Now there is a hole right in the plastic cover, and make sure that the plastic section is under the main plastic cover. This is how the system itself is designed. Again, make sure that all the holes are visible, otherwise you might need to readjust. In the steps that I showed in the fabric part that is fast forwarded, you can see that I cut sections of the fabric so that I have holes for all the sections. So this should involve the last step. What you would do is you would adjust the seat inside here. Now it will automatically adjust for so you don't need the screwdriver here. You would have to push the chair into the rails, and after you press on the seat depth, then it will allow the chair to adjust all the way forward.
Yes.
And lock it into place. Thanks for watching everyone, and please like and subscribe.